The head of the Free State Agriculture Department is explaining what went wrong with the failed Estina Dairy Farm project. Peter Thabethe is back on the stand at the state capture inquiry. Last week, he revealed a lack of planning compromised the Gupta-linked project and was a waste of taxpayers' money. So what's been happening today? Live to Parktown now, here's reporter Michael Apple. So Thabethe has been back on the stand for several hours this morning. Michael, a lot of questions about the agreement between Esteana and the Agriculture Department. Anything dramatic emerging today?
Well, I suppose what went wrong? The answer is everything. And it's unsurprising if you look at the lack of, as you say, planning that went into this, the lack of due diligence on at least his behalf, and I'm sure a lot of other officials in the department's behalf. So this agreement, there were two agreements. The first was on the 5th of June 2012, which the state law advisor ruled was illegal. There is a second agreement after some back and forth between the department and the state legal advisors, and that second agreement is signed on the 5th of July. Now, critically, the first agreement on Thabethe's version makes mention of the department as a party, Estina, the Gupta-linked company, and Paras, the Indian company, which was the brains and the skills and the knowledge, the agricultural knowledge behind it all. Estina would just be the local implementing agent, the strategic partner, if you were, for Paras to be able to take its business model and implement it in the Eastern Free State. That's the first agreement. Then on the second agreement, Paras, as the skills and knowledge, is removed from the contract, and it only states the department and Estina. Now, this is a problem for a number of reasons. Firstly, because Thabethe believes that the private capital, over 220 million rand, was supposed to flow from Paras through Estina into the project as a public-private partnership initiative. So there was supposed to be 220 million in their own funding from Estina and Paras, and 342 million from the department. But the problem is, and this is where due diligence is important, and so Peter Thabethe should have known this. If he had done a check on Estina, he would have seen that one day, on the 4th of July, the day before they actually get this agreement signed, there was 16 Rand and 98 cents in its bank account. So foreseeably, how on earth was this company going to commit 220 Rand to this project? But the due diligence is never done. So there's a whole host of issues, Jeremy, that plagues this project from the start.
16 Rand 98. It's astonishing. Let's pick up then, Michael, that phrase due diligence, a crucial part before any business agreement has been entered into. Set up this video if we've got it. Surely the former HOD would have done this on Estina.
Jeremy, these are the people that we trust with our millions in taxpayer money. This is a head of a department. He's the accounting officer. He's somebody who should have a grasp on the Public Finance Management Act, the PFMA, which is something which is the Bible for anybody that's running a department. And one would think that at the very least, as I say, they would have checked the bank accounts of Estina to find that they had 16 Rand and 98 cents. Let's not forget the 98 cents. And that they would have looked, is this company capable of carrying out the agreements with which they were entering into the department with, i.e. agriculture, dairy farming? No, Estina was not. Its sole director was Kamal Vasram, a man who sold computers for the Gupta company Sahara. So none of this crossed his mind, and he said even if he had done the checks and seen that it wasn't a company that was involved in agriculture, it wouldn't have made a difference. But none of this flied with the Deputy Chief Justice. He got a bit of a wrapping over the knuckles. Listen in.
Can you see the risk that you put the department in by not doing the risk assessment, the homework that we talked about? You are, in terms of this agreement, expecting Estina to pay more than 200 million rand into the project. But you don't even know if they've got a cent in their account. And what is being said is, look at the bank statements as at that time. One was how much, Ms. Kosh?
The day before the 30 million went in, Chairman, there was 16
16
rand
rand.
in the account.
How can you expect that entity to give you 228 million rand? Where will they get it from? You are the head of the department. You have certain responsibilities. You are the accounting officer. You must look after the taxpayers' money. You must look after the budget of the department. How do you do that?
Clearly an exasperated Judge Raymond Zondo. 16 rand, net, let's not forget the 98 cents. More from the Zondo Commission throughout the course of the afternoon.